I just want to give you an overview of the A25 and then perhaps take questions and really kind of dive into this thing. So the A25 amendment really just kind of clarifies as much as we can the speed goals and some of the economic development stuff we're working on, and also tries to talk about the right of first refusal, which I know is causing a lot of anxiety for people. I think it's tricky language, but I'm going to try to work through this as best we can. I think it's very good for what we are dealing with today with some staff funding. Members and Chair, the 25 Amendment adopts our 2022 speed goals of 25.3 and by the year 2026, 120 for all the households throughout at least one provider in the state of Minnesota. This is what is recommended by the Minnesota Governor's Task Force in the 2016 report. So it establishes the unserved as speed goals of 10.3 or below. Underserved are speeds under 25.3. So between 25.3 and 10.3 are underserved. Below 10.3 is what we consider unserved. Any grants that connect households in the unserved areas are a match of 1-to-1. And that's what we're currently used to with the Office of Broadband and how they divvy up their grants now is a 1-to-1 match. What this also does is in the underserved applications, again, those are folks that are getting service between that 25.3 and 10.3. They're getting some service. These applications now will have a match of 1 state dollar to 3 private dollars. These grants over the 10.3 mark, but again less than the 25.3, could use the program to achieve higher speeds, and priority is placed by the Office of Broadband on job retention and economic development. This is where we think is a good tool to create more jobs in rural Minnesota, but we're asking for more private dollars to step up when there's more population to work with. When we get into the right of first refusal, members, the commissioner may not process any application when an incumbent has issued a first right of refusal. This is that, let me continue on. In order to fully maximize the federal, state, and private dollars that we're talking about here today, we have to stretch them to reach as many households as possible. If there is an overbuilding of networks and duplication of funds, the unserved households lose the benefit of this program. And at the beginning of this, when it started a number of years ago, our goal with the Office of Broadband was to serve as many unserved residents of Minnesota as we possibly could. I think this still strongly shows that momentum in this bill is looking at the unserved households and businesses first. The right of first refusal allows applicants to put together a plan and notify current incumbent carriers of their grant project. If the incumbent wishes to challenge, the incumbent must disclose their plans for a network and how CAF funds will be spent. Thus allowing the Office of Broadband to avoid this duplication. So that is the overall tone of what the A25 does, members. We're trying to work out maybe the best language we can with recognizing CAF 2 is a now prevalent $85 million that is now being spent in Minnesota. Yesterday I announced that Wilmer received $1 million for expanding broadband in just outside the Wilmer area. $1 million is going to hook up 400 new homes and businesses. That was yesterday, just announced. I'm hoping and expecting other of those kinds of good news to come out around Minnesota. But CAF 2 is something we have to recognize today. So $85 million is good news. We want to make sure the Office of Broadband is recognizing that as part of our grant process. So members, with that, Mr. Chair, I'll take questions or however you want to proceed.
All right, members, obviously, first of all, if you have a cell phone, you can pull it back from the microphone or press your mute button to see if it's you or not. Someone found it.
Maybe.
Everybody press your mute button.
It's broadband.
No, it's not. My phone's off. I don't know if someone messed up. Okay. So, obviously, this is a very technical change, so we're gonna allow limited testimony on the A25 amendment, but only the A25 amendment, just to make sure members have a broader technical understanding of it. At this point,